Now we are on the air. Hi, everybody. Today I have with me Leo the Shaman, and we are both the Psionic super soldiers. And we wanted to come together and just talk about some of our experiences. And we're both healers, and um, so much stuff. We got so many layers of things to discuss. But today we wanted to talk about the star family because we both are Lyran and have uh, the all kinds of Syrian and Andromedan and Pleiadian. I'm just like reading you right now. You're reading it, and your energies makes me really hyper. So I'll be like laughing a lot too. So, but that's very good. So, um, and then I saw your video on Dr. Amir's
Right.
channel, and
Mhm.
then you reached out as well and
Yes.
said, introduced yourself, and then that you'd like to meet me and everything too, do video to connect. So here we are. And so yeah, if you want to just talk a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, like some of your things like with your healing or whatever you wanted to talk about with the Star family or any
Mhm.
questions with super soldiers, you can
Okay.
whatever you want to ask. And then I also did the cards for you, so we can go over that as
Oh,
well.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. And I have
Yeah.
my own oracle decks too, if you want to, but I think you're more skilled in that regard. So we'll let it
Yeah.
flow. We'll see
Mhm.
how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, just real quick, thank you for that intro. That was uh, appreciate that. Very nice, kind of
Mhm.
you. Yeah, this is actually our first time meeting um, in person. I just reached out to Christy because I was so inspired by her accounts and her story, and it even inspired me to reach out to Dr. Amir. I had a healing session with him. So after that session, where he kind of did this shamanic uh, experience and reading, mm, is where, per the name recently, Leo the Shaman. So
Mhm.
that may
Right.
change, but for now, that's kind of like
For
what I'm
now.
focusing on. So
Mhm.
for whoever's listening, that's it's kind of like the energy that I'm focusing on.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm pretty new to all this. We have all sorts of stuff we could talk about, I'm sure. Uh, as you were talking about the star families, the
Yeah.
our experiences in the programs. Uh,
And also the Avatar movie. Remember we talked about that too.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's right. We did talk about that.
Mhm.
Maybe that's an interesting starting point. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you about hair. Speaking of the
Mhm.
avatars, kind of have the look going on
Yeah.
here. I wanted to ask
Oh
you about this. Check
yeah.
this out. You see these locks? These are, some like
The
locks
dreadlock,
that
uh-huh.
they started forming a few years ago, kind of
Oh.
anomalously. So I don't know if you have any insight around that, but I'm very curious to know if you see like kind of because I naturally have curly hair, and they
Mhm.
started to form out of the blue a few years ago. Um, do you know if like this is connected to some star family or DNA activation or something from something I was participated in
It just
that
kind
you
of goes all the way up, like it expands out as part
right?
of your psionic abilities, too. Like
Oh,
in whatever avatar, like because it's not just super soldiers, like you know, like if it's the Avatar, like the Avatar movie, the Syrians or the Orion, I think I can see you also as the reptilian, like a positive, and you would have this hair, like that too. I
interesting.
can see that, and I
Okay.
can see you like as like a kind of like a dog man, with the hair thing too, like that. Like
Uh,
it's antennas. It's your antenna. Is your
uh,
sensory, like a
okay.
sensory thing because it just moves around, and I think that it can expand out too and go ahead or
Mm,
go somewhere else while you're sleeping, like and
yeah.
just go check things out while you're sleeping, kind of like an antenna, or it
Mm,
can just tune into like it kind of just is Medusa in a way too,
mm,
how that is. how that would be. Not like that, but the hair, you know, because
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
much about Medusa, but like the hair going
Mhm.
out like snakes.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
don't know if you had like India, like in India lifetimes.
Possibly. In this life, I studied a lot of that Eastern, Indo-Tibetan
Like
mysticism,
Hinduism.
like the Buddhist and yogic systems.
Hmm.
So I have some of that
Yeah,
awareness and
I can
practice.
see you doing this and like closing your eyes and meditating
Mhm.
like that, like a Buddhist monk. I can see that. Um, and I do see the Native American. I see that as well, like as
You do?
like the old times doing like a warrior, like on a horse, you know,
Mm.
something like that.
Okay.
I can see that. With the Mayan stuff. Let's see. With the Mayan, I see like as a healer more with the Mayan.
Mm.
With the like in the no, I do see like you holding up like maybe something like this, you know, in front of the people, you
Interesting.
know, and then so I
Yeah.
don't know what is it that you're holding up? What would that be? It's something like you would be a leader and because you're dressed up like, you know, I've seen like pictures of
Mm.
the person like in their full like in a jaguar costume thing, you know, and then like
Oh,
holding up something, you
okay.
know, like that. So it might be some
Huh.
symbolized to the sun god, you know, something like it
Huh.
might be a container of something of offering to the sun god, you know, some kind of
Oh,
offering.
wow. Mm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and, I just thought of, like, a Paris lifetime. I don't know why I thought of Paris, like,
Ooh,
as a writer, like a
cool.
writer. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Fascinating.
so that's coming up, and then I did see you as a black, jaguar, but I think
Right.
that's to do with the Mayan because I do see you at
Mm.
uh, the, and I just saw Peru too, the word Peru.
Mm.
So, and Dr. Amir is also connected with Peru and the black jaguar. So,
Mm.
I don't know if y'all are brothers, maybe
I'm not
like
sure.
like jaguar brothers, you know?
Possibly. The black jaguar is a theme in my life. Like there's some.
Mhm.
I had a one time I was sitting down meditating, and I swear I had like a very clear visual of like this astral or in my imagination, seeing this black jaguar around me, walking around my surroundings, just
I
kind of
can
like
see it.
real close, like as if it were like
Mhm.
you know my
Yeah,
my friend.
like a cat does. Uh-huh. Mhm. I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that. But I
Hmm.
see you as that too. I see you like as a shaman and like in the Amazon, you know, like an
Okay.
Amazon shaman is more of the really magical person. That's what I
Mm.
see them as. Like they conjure up like a whole bunch of animals and spirits and everything. You know, like the ayahuasca, that kind of a
Yeah.
trip, you know, of seeing
Yeah.
things, but they just see it naturally. You know, they don't need to be on anything to see that. So like I can
Mhm.
see you sitting down and then you go like this and then it like you throw stuff in the air or something and then it just like comes out like manifest before the people or whatever, you know. So you talked about
Oh,
that too, being a manifester. So I can
yes.
see that for sure. I see the like the jaguar, the black jaguar, but the like a leopard. The leopard, not the jaguar. It's the it's a jaguar. They're not leopards, they're jaguars, right?
In Mesoamerica, the Mexico, the jaguars, yes. There, I think there's
Yeah,
jaguars. Yeah. Jaguars, yeah. Jaguar and
jaguar,
ocelot. Yeah.
and then the
Ocelots are smaller, and then the black panthers. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that, and I see you as
Pumas.
that.
Pumas.
Yeah, then I see a snake. I see
Mm.
a big giant like snake too.
Hmm.
Like you can pull up any animal that you
Oh.
want, you know, to
Oh
work
yeah.
with.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can ask any animal. I think anybody can, but you can really like they come up. Like I see a rabbit for
Mm.
some reason. I see like a rabbit Like maybe I thought like you pulled a rabbit out of the hat. I thought that just now. I don't know. It's like magician,
Maybe
like a magician. That's it.
there is
Like a
some
magician, but not
magi.
like on stage, but like like in the shaman. Because it's
Mhm.
kind of a magician, like magic. Like a
Mm,
magical person. So
okay.
definitely like with the super soldier stuff, um, you know, you would I can go into that too, but you want to expand on like the star family first, and then we could do a super soldier thing whenever too.
Yeah, I mean, so that was very insightful.
Mhm,
As you were speaking about all that, I started to
mhm,
feel into some, past, what I've been told about some shamanic past lives, and
mhm.
to some of those connections. And in this life, I've done some study in shamanic studies. Um, like I told you about, like the Toltec, which are like the uh, pre-Columbian,
Mhm.
Native Mexican, Native
Yeah.
American type
Mhm.
teachings that are, it's interesting. I've been curious about their star connections. I remember learning that I think there's a connection to the Pleiades,
Yeah,
in particular, also the
definitely.
Mayans. I mean, there's a lot of overlap between the two, the Toltec and the Mayans. So I've studied some of both, but much more about the Toltecs, which I could talk. I mean, as you're talking about leopards and jaguars and snakes and rabbits,
Mhm.
it's all coming up. Yeah, and you mentioned
Mhm.
tokli. Sorry, you said rabbit. So it's because I know the rabbit as toxli or toshli, which is also lamat in the Mayan system, which is also has to do with with Venus,
Mm.
um, but also as an archetype. But it's interesting because lamat, or the rabbit, is my birth sign, or birth, like astrology birth archetype in the Mayan system, particularly the dreams, what's known as the dream spell system, which
Oh,
is kind of, there's a lot of controversy around that. But
is that the
anyhow,
Chinese zodiac? The Chinese
no,
zodiac?
no. It's still Mayan. It's like a newer expression of the Mayan
Mhm.
astrology. So anyhow, Lamat is like the star portal. So it's which is
Yeah.
very resonant with who I am. I think I'm just, my purpose here is to be kind of a way shower, or a star,
Oh, yeah.
mm, someone to kind of bridge the matrix world with the future
Yeah.
world, and our star origins, and the
Mhm.
beyond, so to speak. Everything
Yeah.
that you're very, very intimately aware of. So
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, but star. Yeah, we could talk about the star stuff. You mentioned the locks and the connection to the Sirius, possibly the Syrians and some others. Uh, when I was kind of learning about you, and when I reached out, some of the, especially last night, I was kind of reflecting, and there's some terms that came up that I've looked into before, and let's see what comes up. But so there's three that come to mind. There's the Anuhasi, the Maharaji Magi, and the Azurite. Um, but particularly the Anuhasi, which is, I believe, the most ancient Lyran, mm, like elder family, and then which I believe they're called the Elohim, which are like the lion beings, and then the uh, Maharaji Magi are like these blue-skinned beings that
Mhm.
are from, I believe, Sirius B, and I think the Avatar movies are inspired by the Maharaji. Possibly, I could be wrong. I probably am, but
Mhm.
but
No.
but uh, but anyhow, so that's what came to mind, and I was like, oh, I wonder if she's a Magi, or like Maharaji, or
Mhm.
maybe even Anuhasi.
What do you think?
I mean, who knows? I
'Cause
was
yeah.
I was feeling like, because I definitely feel like the magic. Yeah, so like, so I'm like, I
Mhm.
wonder if it's probably Maharaji, possibly. Like this, I think Sirius B though. I
Serious.
definitely picked that up.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and the
So
Azurite are also blue, but they're different, slightly different.
the blue skin is how do you say that?
Well, I think they all might have some blue in them,
Yeah.
but the
Mhm.
Maharaji, the
Ma
Magi for short, Magi, which I think that's where that came from. Like a lot of the Indian names, some of the Indian names uh, have that in them. Uh, like yogic master names have that
Yeah.
ending in them, like Babaji and like things like
Oh,
that.
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Amaji, names like that.
This is from Sirius, the Sirius B.
Well, I'm guessing there's some Syrian influence. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
definitely. Oh,
Yeah.
which reminds me about Lemuria and
Yes. Mm-hmm.
because I think Lemuria was the pre-Atlantis. Well, it was around during Atlantis, but also pre-Atlantis was the first kind of ancient civilization that
Lemuria.
was
Mm-hmm.
around, and I think it's
Yeah.
going to be in the Indian Ocean. It was located around the Indian Ocean, Eastern
Yeah.
Polynesia, that region, and
Mm-hmm.
had a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
influence in South India. So I think a lot of those teachings kind of started to spread out all over the place after the end of that time. But
Polynesian really stuck out when you said that for you.
what do you? I've been looking into it
Like
recently, and
Hawaii, like the whole,
Hawaii, the Philippines,
like a
yeah,
Hawaiian person, like I could see you with dolphins, like just like swimming with dolphins, like
the
you're just by
dolphins.
yourself,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like you train the dolphins,
Mm.
like as the Polynesian with the Polynesian, would they be they're Hawaiian, right? The
Polynesian,
Hawaiian,
yeah, I believe there's went out there to Hawaii, but a lot of them, it's
yeah.
more like in the Eastern Asia, Southeastern Asia,
Mhm.
little
Like you
islands
have
that
like a
branch off.
those tattoos on your face like that too. You know
Mm.
how they have those tattoos on
Hmm.
their face and stuff? Like I
Oh
can see
yes.
that too.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Mhm. Because it's their tribal their tribal symbols too,
Yeah.
right? When they put it like on their face,
Hmm.
it's the tribe.
Yeah, the
So it would be like
warriors,
down.
all the
Mhm. Mhm. I
protection
see that.
tattoo.
Yeah. Like, the Maori, the Maori,
Maori. Hmm.
Maui, yeah,
Yes.
from New Zealand.
Yes, that's New Zealand.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm,
Yeah, I was feeling into that recently too.
mhm.
So do you feel like, or are you seeing like that's an accurate reading though? Like this
It's in
Lemurian
your auric
shamanic
field.
connection? Is it real?
It's the
So,
Lemurian
yeah, the ancient Lemurian shaman lifetimes. Do you see that?
for
Um,
you? For
mhm,
for you or
yeah,
for yeah,
for me.
whatever, Lemurian and Shaman. Lemuria seems more okay, so it would be more like as a healer, like as a it's not so, like it's more like peaceful or something kinda
Yeah, it was.
energy, like Lemuria
Mm,
seems real calm. So, but Atlantean seems like powerful, like a dagger, kind of
yeah,
more warrior,
mhm,
because you have that too. But the
yeah.
Lemuria would be more of kinda like swimming with the dolphins and in the ocean, like you're an ocean being. I think you were an
Huh.
ocean being. Like,
Mm,
not a mermaid, not like a merman, but you
mhm.
just, like, could swim in the ocean and swim with the dolphins and talk to the fish and the animals, like, you kinda were like that, where you
Right.
and then you would walk up on the you had regular feet, like, you didn't have fins, but then you could swim really well and hold your breath underwater. But then you would walk up on the shore and, you know, then you're like kind of maybe you're like more of like a god to them or something. You know what I mean? Like a
Mm.
master, like something to where they would like almost worship you. That's what I kinda just seen them a whole bunch of them bowing down when you walk out of the water because 'cause you're really tall, like,
Mm.
really tall. So I see that too, them bowing down to you, like the people there. So maybe you help them communicate with the ocean life, you know? You might have been like a giant, um, I don't know if it matches Anunnaki. I don't it doesn't quite match but like a, cedar,
Mm.
the
Mhm.
cedars of
Yeah.
the reality, so they were teachers. So that's what I think you was like a teacher to
Oh,
those people. But
see.
you would come out of the water because that's where you
Mm,
lived, or the portal was in the water, you know?
okay.
So I think that's where the portal was, because I think you're actually Syrian, and then you go through that portal to Lemuria, you know, and then teach those people about the ocean life and how to connect with the ocean, you know,
Okay. Yeah.
and because you also teach about the sky people too. Like you
Mm,
teach all your things, you know, but you come out of the ocean, and then they're but you tell them not to do that, not to worship you. So they don't as
yeah.
time goes on, you know, but like at first they don't, they see you as like, because you're very tall, like they're like this, and then you're like a giant, you know. Yeah. So, and you because you kind of look different than them too, because you're
Mm,
like, where they would look maybe more, they seem kind of like pale skinned people to me. I don't know, they seem kind of more, I don't know why they seem pale skin, like they seem like a uh opal color people, like their skin tone is opal, and then
yeah.
you're tan and muscular and giant, walking out the ocean, you know,
Mm,
like barefoot, stomp, like your toes is like all in the sand, and they're like, they don't, they just see you as something different, you know, like, um, I think they knew that someone like you was coming, or the elders or something like that knew you would be
wow.
coming or had insight, so they kind of were waiting or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then you I I I think that because I kind of see the things happen in like a shaken or something, like maybe they thought there was like a some kind of a earthquake happened or something. But I
Mm,
think that was like you coming out of the portal in the ocean. You know, like you had opened up a portal in the ocean, but from Sirius B, that's where you came
mm,
from. And and yeah, and it kind of shakes the ocean a little bit, you know, to I guess calculate or align the energy, you know, so then you could come through, and then the dolphins assist with that, with holding it open, you know,
wow.
like they're like all like this, you know, like around you. So and then it's kind of like the water opens up too from that portal. So it's kind of very like people like that's why they would be like, oh my god, you know, like in a way,
Mm,
because you come out and the water opens up out of that
wow.
portal, you know, that you walk out of the ocean, like it's out of the ocean, but there's like just sand, you know. But then sometimes you don't, sometimes you come out, emerge from the water. So
Mm,
you come a few times to those people to teach them about like the stars, the sky
I see.
people. Not so much how to live, because they kind of know how to do that, but you just are seeding them,
I see.
you know?
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what do you think?
Wow.
You resonate with that
That
in a
I mean,
way?
that's like wow. I definitely do resonate with something to do with like a very ancient time and Sirius B
Mhm.
and mm, the
The
uh, the
dolphins.
aquatics and the dolphins. Yeah. I mean, in
Mhm.
this lifetime, I've done a lot of scuba diving, and
Mhm.
dolphin is
Mhm.
my Hawaiian spirit animal.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I already have like that connection with the
Yeah.
cetaceans and the
Wow.
marine life, and I've done a lot of marine aquatic studies already.
Wow.
So it's like it would make sense that there's
Mhm.
like an ancestry there from the past lives, and I
Mm.
think I have some cetacean, like possibly from elsewhere, another system
Yeah.
that's also family or
Oh, I
past
see
life.
you as a marine iguana. I
Right?
see you as a marine iguana. Yeah, that's the
Mm,
reptilian, you know, aspect, like that.
okay.
Like you can swim like that, marine iguana, you
Whoa.
know? Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, I've had
Mm-hmm.
visions of that iguanas recently. I
The
let it go.
marine iguana. Mm-hmm. Because it's like a Godzilla in the ocean, you know? Yeah. It can hold
Wow,
its breath for like 30 minutes underwater, you know? The
right.
marine
The
iguana.
marine
Hmm.
iguanas, that's right.
And it's just like its tail is like Godzilla tail, you know? Like
Yeah.
that. Hmm.
Are you fairly aquatic? I feel like
Hmm.
do you
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, I don't, you can tell me though, you can tell me whatever you sense.
well, I do feel like you're someone that's like aquatic, but I'm not sure because I also like I've heard your other readings and like I
Hmm.
know you have strong like Arcturian and like the wolf and the
Hmm.
mm, mm, like I mentioned, I think the Maharaji. Does that feel
Hmm.
like are you do you have any connection to the Melchizedek? Does that resonate to you at all?
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Melchizedek?
Um,
Because I know that you had like the Yeshua, Jesus
hmm.
Christ consciousness that
Hmm.
you you were partially involved.
Right.
Oh, which yeah, this morning I was having kind of that Yeshua connection actually, which is very appropriate. I thought I'd mention that. But
Mm.
very interesting. The Essene, I have so much, naturally grew up with that connection.
Yeah.
So that's very
Hmm.
special. That's super
Hmm.
special.
Yeah, that is. Do you want me to show you some of these cards that I got
Okay.
for
Yeah, yeah,
you? Because I
yeah,
know
yeah,
that they will.
yeah.
Um,
Let's see what
I
they
have
say.
like several decks that I pulled from too. So
Okay.
I'll just do the first one here so you can see the Native American DNA.
Yes, that's for sure. I
I
think.
didn't paint my fingernails. I like to paint my fingernails. I like to just do different things, artistic wise.
Yeah.
Jump. Oh, Jupiter, Moon,
Oh,
base.
okay.
Jupiter, Moon. That would
I think
be
I'm.
maybe like in a secret space program,
So yeah, I
you know?
think I did have some rune operations connection. Since.
Oh, okay. Because you got a reading from Dr. Kim.
That's right. Yeah,
Hmm.
she
Did she
mentioned
say the lunar?
yeah, lunar and Mars colony,
Oh, okay.
and uh, yeah, definitely those two, but nothing else
Hmm.
coming up. I can't remember right now.
Yeah,
Um,
because they
there's a whole
probably
bunch
send you
actually.
to the different moon bases. So I don't know if this is the answer is no, whatever that
Hmm,
would be.
interesting.
Just a tarot thing there, you
Yeah.
know? And then working at Raven Rock.
Whoa.
That's a military base, you know,
Yeah.
um, in Astral. So,
Mm,
like, I have traveled to that base before, and they have like it's like a college where maybe like if you have like there's
huh.
layers. So when I went, then I was just like remote viewing it. Um, I started like from the bottom up. I went in like an air chute or something like that and was just kind of floating up like that just to kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
But like I seen on the bottom floor, like they keep people in cages for food, for
Oh
the
my
food
goodness.
and stuff like that. So, because there's reptilians and zetas and there's aliens at that base. And then on up, and then I seen like the Zetas and reptilians and mantis, like they are
Mm,
teachers to the military people that live and work there at that base. So they're teaching them about like alien stuff, and maybe they might also be mind wiped. But I think that those military people probably are sent to different off-world bases. That's what I kind of think that they're in training to do those, maybe like remote viewing or something like that, because they're more, um,
oh, okay.
because the reptilian they would be teaching that remote viewing
Mm,
classes, and they're all in military uniform, the women and men in their uniforms, so I think that they're remote viewing, and then um, I think all of them are because the Zeta, it's a tall Zeta, and and they're also it's a male. It's a male. They're male teachers. Even I can just feel the energy as male. You know,
Mm.
uh, and then mantid. The mantis is um seems like he's given like infusions to be able to do more. You know, like
Oh.
he has like a wand or something that he just like touches the people, you
Mm.
know, and then they are more, I guess it's the infusion of their knowledge so they can be able to go off world and or be um I guess smarter or more intelligent.
Okay.
Um, you know, maybe like more alien DNA, you know, so you can maybe communicate too with other maybe something like that as well. Um, but anyway, so at that base, then so that's what's going on. So um, this says you go there in astral. So I think that maybe you do go there to train, like for remote viewing, and then they would like there's a. I think that there would be like a jump room at that base to take you off-world to Mars or the moon or wherever Ceres, wherever
Mm.
they're gonna send you. But there's also remote viewing, so I think you're a remote viewer for there. So you would have like a target, and they practice with that. Like um, they give you a target, you know, and then they just train you to like this would be in the part where you would do like your psionic training, you know, like for going through the you don't even have to go there, you just remote bilocate yourself, you know, through like a portal or however
Yeah.
to the place or remote influence, you
Yeah.
know, to do whatever they're asking you to do to that
Okay.
target, you know, whether it's influence them to make a decision or whatever you're trained to do, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Mhm. Does
Well,
that resonate?
you know, I want to say yeah because I definitely have had like fragments of dreams where I know that I've been like I wake up and I feel like I just got back from some mission or some kind of
Mhm.
operation. So I think there's probably still activity going on. But
Yeah.
my lucid dreaming is just not been on point. I mean, and I think there's probably some blocks or mind wiping for sure, and just
Oh,
like
yeah.
I've been told like that I have resistance to remembering or lucid dreaming, but I mean I can't. I have that intention that I want to be
Mhm.
fully vividly. So I don't know if you see like, is there something I could do to overcome that so I can
Well, they
take
mind wipe
take it back?
you, so it's really difficult to remember
Yeah.
everything. But you can see kind of what they do, you know, like you can see that they would take you and, you know, try to steal your memories. Other groups or something might try to steal your memories or erase after a mission, you know, so you could kind of see something like that. But you wouldn't remember really the mission because they just give new missions every time, you know. So I don't
Mm,
think we're supposed to remember all the missions. I
mm,
think it's an altered state anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like they bring up another altar because
Mm,
you know they have to do that to bring up an altar. So
okay.
um, so that altar would be like a psionic assassin or remote viewer or whatever they're needing. They have the code or whatever to bring up that altar, and then you're completely different in that altar. You know, you would be just trained for that work only, you know, as a remote viewer or whatever they're needing, and then they return it back to you when they're finished, so you don't have any recall or memory in that altar anyway, you know, because it's a different altar, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Yep.
you can you can try to access that and see it and feel it, um, you know, but I don't know how to assimilate all these altars really because,
Mm,
you know, it just seems like how would you know that they're all gone? You know, how would you know that they're all assimilated? You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
if you if you have like ten different altars,
Mhm.
then you say, okay, I assimilated all of them, but then what if there's like way more than that, you know? Like
Mhm.
you would never even know because you're in another altar. You know what I mean? When you go do those things,
Right.
you're in another altar. So,
Well, I think this has to be our conscious embodiment now has to we're the ones that have to do the work to integrate all that. And
mhm,
so that's, I mean, that's something I'm actively working on, and I keep, wherever I go, I'm like, hey, like anything, I'm open to actively working on that conscious integration of. Do you have, I mean, is that something, did you know, that has helped you? I mean, that's what I refer to it when I call integration. It's just that re- bringing back those fragments, like soul retrieval, soul
yeah.
consciousness, integration, remembering. Um,
Well, they help
because
with your memory. They help you remember what you did. You know what I mean? When you just call them back. But how do you call them back if you don't know what they are? You know what I mean? Like how do
Mhm,
you that's what I kind of wonder too.
I see.
Um, because like through taking the Karuna Reiki class,
Hmm.
then that opened up my mind all the way. You know, like after
Oh.
that, like slowly I started exploring things that I was resonating with,
Mm,
you know?
okay.
But I mean, you can already do that, just tuning into however it works for you with opening up your mind because everybody's going to be different, not
True. Yeah.
just because I say take Karuna Reiki doesn't mean that
Mhm.
everybody's going to have their mind opened up. You know what I mean? Some people could
Right.
just take Reiki 1 and have their mind opened up.
Yeah.
So, or however, but I mean, with the altars, that's really, I just try to um, know them all, like find them and then integrate them by kind of meeting them and showing kind of what they do or talk about them, and then I kind of bring them in for healing. Like I try to just heal them, heal the altar.
Okay.
That's what I kind of do,
I
and I
see.
think that kind of integrates it.
Okay.
Do you know
Okay.
if the sound is cutting out?
No, you're
Is it okay?
great. You're good. Sound is good.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it with altars. It's my own way of doing it, so it's kind of hard to explain everything. I
Mhm.
think my turn sound down a bit.
Okay.
It's kind of echoing. Okay, what's it say? Cryptid creatures.
Yes. Yeah.
You like the cryptid creatures,
Yeah, I think
the
elementals.
dogmen and the elementals. Yeah. Uh
Yeah, I
huh.
think elementals, fairies, probably.
Hmm. Yep.
Fairy tale creatures.
Look, Mars defense.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
20 and
do.
back.
As
Hmm.
far as I know, yeah, I have at least one.
Hmm.
At least one.
If in the SSP, then you would have been taken when you were a young child
Yeah, I
into
think
the program
4 to 5.
and mind fractured.
Yeah, I know that I'm shattered, or like,
Hmm. That's where it began.
yeah.
If you're in the SSP, going to Mars for 20 and back, because you're a seer, use that ability.
Mm.
Remote viewing,
Mhm. Yep.
psionic seer. Psionic seer would be good. Take care of you first.
It's a good reminder. Yes,
Hmm.
definitely. All about the
Well,
self-love.
there's another Raven Rock. Wonder why I put two
Huh,
of them.
synthesized.
That
Okay,
must be,
important to know.
yeah. You go to visit there, but I think that you go to visit there for the remote viewing to
Mm,
be to bilocate off world, so you can remote influence whoever the
mm,
target is,
okay.
to do whatever they're needing you to do. Then you don't even have to, like, you can just tune into the person and their frequency and change their whole mind, you know, like their way of thinking. If they're going
Mm,
to say get married, then you would suggest another way. something else, you know?
Wow.
So they change their mind completely. You know what I mean? But something military wise though. You know what I mean? What's that say?
Aware. What does
Awareness.
it say? Awareness? Yeah.
Yeah, awareness.
Well, I'm definitely all about awareness.
Hmm.
So definitely consciousness,
And then
awareness. Is that light language? Or what
yeah,
does it say?
light language.
Hmm. That is super cool. I like it.
Then
Oh yeah.
paranormal activity.
Yeah, no doubt.
You have
That's
paranormal activity?
oh, my whole life I think it's like the theme.
That's for
Witch
sure.
doctor,
Hmm. With
the shaman, the shaman.
Amazon, the shaman in the Amazon. Yeah, because I can see like with the earring through your nose, you know,
Oh, uh-huh.
like the Amazon.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like deep Amazon shaman, tribal person. Mhm.
Definitely been feeling called out there lately. I might
You are, what does it say? On
you are
track.
woo!
On track.
That's good news.
thank, thank goodness.
That's like my
And
that's like my constant question. New love.
new love. Yeah.
Oh, I
Does that
open
hit
to
good?
receive. I open to
Yeah,
receive.
definitely. We need that for sure, huh? For the new love. And
Yes.
then
Up to all.
this is set your goals, play, see your goals play out like a movie, all details, then release it. So I guess manifest, manifesting.
Hmm. Manifesting.
Like
Yeah.
manifesting, yeah. And look at this, master manifester.
There it is.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that's one, one deck of them.
For the highest good
Yeah.
is why.
Yeah, definitely so.
That is
Because
the
there's
intention.
still there's there's some more military stuff here, like China Lake,
Hmm.
my lab, that's in like California, or Nevada. And there's still quite a few cards. You mean keep going through here so we can talk about the cards?
It's up
I
to
kind of
you.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's yeah. I leave it to you how you feel intuitively
Hmm.
about
Well, I wanted to show you these. Just we'll just do like a few more of these and then see, because I pulled up quite a few actually. Past life
mm,
regression.
what does that mean? Does that mean I should take
Maybe get
maybe
one or
maybe
do
get
one
one? Yeah.
yourself or
Never yeah,
look
never did.
into it.
Yeah.
Maybe just like on the recording, like just do that.
Yeah.
She wolf
Hmm,
aspect.
interesting.
Mhm. When you do this, you already meditate.
Yes, I do.
What about this dude?
He looks really cool. He looks chill,
Yeah,
like a surfer uh
yeah.
hybrid.
Oh yeah. Does go out in nature and heal,
Yes, I try to as much as I can.
exercise,
Yes, I love exercise.
riding your bicycle,
I like to just do like just kind of generic get out run spy
fly
missions.
missions.
Yeah,
That's gonna be.
yes.
What about like
Everything's
what Dr. Kim had come up with? What did she come up with? Some of the missions with the spy stuff. She.
mm, she didn't go too deep. I mean, she goes kind of fast.
Hmm.
She hasn't I haven't she hasn't told me too much about it actually. I haven't asked. I did a very quick one of the scans and then she
Hmm.
just said that I'm psionic specialist and
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think she said I'm currently with Solar Warden doing Solar
Oh,
Warden's
okay.
Earth
Hmm.
Alliance.
Hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
probably helping with a lot of the underground dumps, the underground rescues, which I
Yeah.
do feel like resonant with. I remember a few years back, I was going through some old dreams from like years ago,
Hmm.
and it's very strange. I was having dreams. I don't know what it means, but it just happened that I went back through some old logs and I found some dreams where I was like crossing paths with Donald Trump, and like there was some like activity going on with Donald Trump,
Oh yeah,
which was very interesting. So I
the
figure
dams and stuff, cleaning out the
there's
dams.
probably something going on with that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the Galactic Federation type work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think
Cleaning
I
out
probably
the
have
dams and
aspects.
rescuing children.
Yeah, I think a lot of because my daily life is not fairly kind of ordinary, kind of simple, but I think there's the real activities happening
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just
definitely so.
like yourself.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. Yeah. Atlantean knowledge.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think I lived under the sea in Atlantis,
Mm-hmm.
as mentioned.
And you stretch your body. You do that
I try.
already. Yeah. I can see you doing like the yoga.
Yeah, I think I need to get into the yoga. Yamas. UFO beings. Yeah. Well, I got
Visiting you
abducted.
in childhood.
I
Mm-hmm.
got abducted. Yeah, and I
Do you
probably
remember being
scary.
with the Grays? Like with the Grays when you was like not like the secret space program, yeah, but like also alien wise too.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
probably both ends of different ends. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty actively memory wiped, so it's
Mm-hmm.
frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a feeling for me.
Look at the air element.
Oh yeah, I'm very air.
Mm-hmm. I love the air element.
Same. You're a water. Oh,
Yeah,
communications.
this kind of looks like,
These zetas are Arcturian? Maybe Zeta or Zeta.
I think
Yeah,
so. Like, but the higher, the higher
yeah.
dimensional. They seem like masters. Oh, maximum utilization.
Maximum utilization in surface and off-world projects. Wow, that's very much feels true.
Mm-hmm. With your
Like just
remote
what I
viewing
said,
and
what I was just
psionic
talking about.
assassin. Mm-hmm. And your abilities to shapeshift, like your psionic abilities to shapeshift, like your spiritual DNA, is utilized
Mm,
for the programs. That's what
yeah.
this angelic, like the angelic DNA, because you have angelic DNA, supernatural interest. Oh, here's my lab, super soldier, my lab,
Yeah.
occurring military abduction, created with your DNA. So super soldiers created, so you would have like clones of you. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty sure I do, yeah.
Yep.
They're
You
out there.
would, because yeah, you would have to. They
Um,
have to do that. What about the
AI.
hoppy ant
Ooh,
people?
very cool. I do
That's
have a
better.
resonance with
Mm-hmm.
the Hopi and the
Hoppy, yeah.
Navajo, the Dine,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yeah.
Sasi. The
Yep. I love all that too.
mhm. That's very cool.
Sound therapy. What about sound therapy?
Oh, yeah, I need to do that. I love music and sound. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
probably need
Like
to
playing
receive, but
those
I
things.
also, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I got all kinds of instruments and stuff.
I don't know what who these people are.
Oh, hello.
Kind of looks like one of your aspects. Looks like
Do you think?
me and you in a like psionic assassins or psionic
Mm,
specialists or something, like that. That looks like Syrian. They look like Syrian
yeah.
or Orion.
Hmm.
Even the
Cool.
avatar kind of like that too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hmm. Look,
Could
animal
you?
communicator.
Oh yeah, I think I am definitely a animal whisperer.
I drew
Could
these
you?
this morning when I was tuning into you. Like I was seeing you sit in front of me, and I
Mm.
called in all my guides and all of yours, and then I connected to your higher self, and then uh, I just close my eyes and draw the cards,
Oh,
until
I see.
until they stop, you know?
Okay.
Sometimes a whole bunch comes out and I think, "Wow, this is a lot of information that I'm gonna have to share here." You know? Like,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that? So,
yeah. Be bold and
be
say what you feel.
I think you do.
I try. I'm working on it. I hold
As a
back a lot.
Libra, yeah,
I
because you
hold
have
back a lot.
to
Yeah.
just because they won't understand,
I mean,
probably.
yeah, I think I'm just not around the right people. I definitely
Mhm.
trigger and intimidate and I think scare people. Just stuff
Yeah,
to think about. It's
time traveler.
not for everybody. Time traveler. Yeah. I think I've been
About bear
through.
medicine.
Hmm. What is bear medicine? I
That's
do
just
like
like
the
The
yeah.
Hopi, use the bear, just like the as a totem,
I
animal
think it might be
totem.
a spirit. Yeah, totem animal.
Mhm,
I do feel that.
mhm. Like a
Like a
protector.
protector. Yeah.
Mhm. What about the goddess energy?
Goddess
You
energy.
maybe with the India or
Oh.
something,
Well,
you
I
know?
think I also have some divine mother energy myself. Like
Mhm.
I'm not
Like a
I'm not in a
balanced.
male body, but I think I have like that feminine mother nurturing
Yeah.
energy.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
sometimes I kind of play mother for others at times.
Like for your brother.
Yeah, family.
Channeling your ancestors.
Huh.
You
Yes.
do that naturally since they are within you, you know?
Hmm.
Around you and within you, your DNA. So, what else do you wanna talk about besides going through all these? Because this is a lot of stuff here. So I
Did you
just
pick? So you drew a ton of cards this morning, like
Mhm. Yeah, I
intuitively
have
with
a
your
whole
team?
bunch.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So there's a lot.
Mhm.
I think there's just a lot of information that
Indian
wants to come
land.
through.
Yeah, there's, like, Indian land, haunted home, teleport to other realities,
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah,
set
there's a lot of activity that goes on, I think, on my
mhm.
end that like I said, I'm just in the dark about a lot about it.
Says to set goals. Set goals.
Set goals.
Uh-huh, so you can kinda maybe that be one of the goals. What
Yeah.
about, like, these guys?
Hmm.
Maybe they'll can these guys can help. Says heal broken wings with love. I guess if there's anyone who has broken wings, you know, with love, like so you're
Yeah.
a healer, so you can heal them. Follow the joy in your heart desires. Follow your joy. I
Hmm.
think you do that. Just good to be reminded, huh? You know,
Yes.
don't you think?
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
got that.
Andromeda and Starseed.
Oh, Andromeda. Yeah, I think I have a that the aspect that I told you about, Hilari. I think he was
Mhm.
in Andromeda and then came to Earth or is deciding to be here on Earth. Um, he's Syrian, Sirius
Oh
B
yeah.
aspect, but he was
Let's
in
talk about
Andromeda.
like that avatar, what we were seeing with the you said you had seen me as tell me what you had seen for me and then I'll tell
Well,
you what I had seen you
yeah.
do.
Well, like what I was, because I'm right now. My seeing is I'm working on it, but what I was feeling definitely into that feeling energy that you I think embody and the Syrian be like I said either magi or something like that that I think are the uh, angelic mm, like Christ um, Syrian blue feline hybrid
Mhm.
consciousness and I think that
Yep,
the culture I think is very tribal where it's like mm,
that is. Mhm.
kind of very connected
Like
to nature and the natural evolution of uh, ascension, not artificial, not AI based. Um, uh, yeah, so I think it has a lot of influence in native tribes here. That particular
mhm.
um, culture, but
And you
that's
were
what I was
seeing
feeling
me
from
as
you.
a as elder. Or
Yeah, well, yeah, like the energy I feel from you is like I sense like you're like I mean you definitely feel ancient to me. Like you're someone that's
Mhm,
an ancient being, and I mean that respectfully. You're,
mhm,
I mean, I think the ancient are young at heart forever. You know,
mhm,
like, so but I feel like he's just like a sister who I respect. Like we might not be immediately related, but it's just like that feeling that like kind of
yeah,
like I see you, I
family.
respect,
Mhm, mhm,
kind of vibe. It's yeah, you're definitely someone that's like warrior though. Like you're like
mhm,
more on the warrior side.
mhm,
I mean, like you're like a healer. I mean, you're shamanic. You're a healer warrior.
mhm.
Yeah. In many ways, probably all your aspects,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
some of them.
with the
Uh,
warrior, I think,
you're
but
strong.
mhm,
You're like low key, like badass warrior that
yeah,
can will kill you.
mhm, like the
You won't know who it was.
like a ninja,
Yep.
like a ninja almost in that way, like
Yeah.
that. See that for sure with the, um, like, especially, like, with the Native American stuff too, like, being a warrior on a horse and being, like, I guess, kinda shape-shifting too into, like, a hawk, you know?
Check this out.
Oh, I love that.
Did you
The
see that?
with yeah,
This is you.
mhm,
I
I
got this.
love that.
I have this Mayan uh, oracle,
Mm,
and I don't know what these
it goes
mean,
to my heart.
but see
Mhm,
what it says to you, what it speaks to you. Just drop into that. Just
I
kind of share
love that.
stuff too.
It's like the, Reiki symbol as well, you know, with the Karuna
Oh,
Reiki,
yeah.
because it's like the cutting the but it's like a lightning bolt too, like a lightning with the circle so it seals it, protects it.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
Feeling a
Goes
lot of
to my
warmth.
heart.
Yeah. Mm, no, it's so funny. I'm
Mhm,
like, I'll be honest. You know how they say don't never read the decks. They're just saying that they don't recommend that you read the little manuals. So I'm
mm.
trying not to do that myself.
Oh,
Shadow,
the balance. Mhm.
shadow, sombra. We all
Yeah,
have to do some. We're all actively working on our shadow work. I
yeah. Dr. Kim got that for me too.
shadow
The
integration.
half face, you know, the light and the dark that,
Yeah,
you know. But
it's
I
an
like
honor.
both of those. I like having both of those for balance, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't wanna be all light or all
Yes.
dark, you know?
Yeah, the polarity, the balance of the duality, I think is key. Definitely. Una más. ¿Qué es esto?
In a mess. Going into the that's the pyramid.
Oh,
That's
this one is
that's
interesting.
reminds me of Tikal, the, pyramid, you know? The Tikal, right? In, Guatemala?
Yes, the
Doesn't
pyramid.
the
So this
jaguar,
one
'cause
it says, I think it says Moluk. What is this?
mm,
It's leading up,
that's
walking up the stair.
mhm,
Yes, the pyramid of
mhm. The sun.
Kukulkan,
Is
Quetzalcoatl.
it the pyramid of the sun? But
No,
it's a dark that's a new moon looking.
yes, the eclipse
Mhm.
energies.
Oh, eclipse, yeah.
I oh, I got Transformer again. So you definitely are. This one really is calling for you. You are a Transformer. Transformador.
Transformer?
You're a Transformer. Are you a shapeshifter?
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
shapeshifter? Yeah.
Definitely so.
Nawal.
Nawal?
Nawal. That's the Nawal word for the shapeshifters or the mage, the magi, the wizards.
Mhm. Nawal?
Nawal.
Mm,
Which is interesting. It's also the word for uh like I consider it everything that's above the 4D, 5D, and beyond.
Oh
That's
yeah.
the dream space, the astral, the causal, and on and on. So the Nawal is anyone who can travel out there and can work out there, but is integrating it in the tonal, which is the daytime, which is us now. Our tonal
Yeah.
is right now. Has to do with the sun. The sun is what is kind of brings us that mental, this bio mind awareness and integration.
Yeah.
And so the balance is the key is to balance the tonal and nawal, so that you're,
You stay calm.
you stay. Well, I would
Right.
say that's the ultimate integration. You want to have, you want to be able to master both the day and the night, because they're not really real. I mean, the day and night is there.
Yeah. It's just one.
It's an illusion.
Right.
Where there's the astral is here now. So
I
I mean, everything is here now, I suppose. Yeah,
like that.
it is.
That
It
symbol, the
is, isn't it?
transformation. Transformation.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I mentioned the what was it, the human design system. I think you're gonna like it. I don't know why, but I'm picking up that you might be a reflector. It's this term. We'll see. I mean, it's you'll know. For the system will say what it is. But just because you mentioned that you reflect the
Yeah.
who you're with so much,
Yeah.
and I'm really noticing that over the past hour or so. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
because my energy is like kind of moving, shifting, up and shifting. And I'm like, oh, interesting that you really are reflecting like strongly. So that's
Because I
really
tune into your work field, and then
mm,
I sync with it. I just stay with it.
okay,
And so I'm like in your field, that's what I'm
okay,
kind of doing.
okay.
Just
Wow.
just communicating with you. Mhm.
I see. Yeah,
Mhm.
I would love to. I'll have to ask or follow up at some point and ask about your, if you looked into it or not. So,
You sent the
because that
email
gives a
with
lot of well, for my background, yeah, because I'm a
Oh, okay.
manifestor.
Mhm.
Hey, you got this. The right choice.
What does that say?
It says the right choice.
The right choice.
Look at that
Nice.
image. It's a strong image. This is like
Oh,
this is like you.
yeah.
I mean, the
It's
energy is like you're like
yeah.
a high, powerful light being.
Mhm. Yeah. I see that.
I'm
Mhm.
feeling this one very strongly. The right choice. Oh
Mhm.
man. Yeah, I have this classic Rumi deck too that I like. I don't use these too much, but since we're here doing cards, I figure, oh,
Mhm.
maybe I
Mhm.
feel it out.
I like seeing them.
Yeah. I like the idea that you're drawing and creating your own too. I think that's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
They're all intuitively.
I, mm, yeah, but yeah, I'll follow up with about the human design stuff. It helps to know about like the dynamics between people and how to relate. Like I mentioned, I'm a manifester, which can be very off-putting to people and also very attractive,
Yeah, I like it. Mhm.
magnetic or repelling. It's yeah, it's fascinating subject. But you're
There's
very,
some
I feel reflector, but you could be a projector too, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. There's only like 4 or 5 profiles in that system, so those are like the general profiles, but then there's like way more detail and nuance.
I think a reflector seems to resonate mostly.
That's what
Reflector?
that's what I feel,
Yeah.
because I'm just so, it's like super soft, but reflector.
Mhm. I just reflect back to you what
Mhm.
you are. So then you feel comfortable, but it's done naturally. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not like I try. I just sync with your energy. By doing these cards, I can tune in and ask you more questions with things. So it helps me to relax into your energy more as well. So
yeah.
there's more here that you might want to see. You know, I think so.
Okay.
Because there's, and then I have these two many altars.
Yeah. They do.
I'll just go through them faster though. Andromeda DNA, definitely. Just some scripts that I just intuitively draw them.
A lot of light language.
This seems like does it seem like a Nocturian?
It does.
What do you think?
You know, because I do have I do feel a strong kindredness with the Arcturians, and I know you have your family is your family, right? Partially. I don't know. I think I might have like a distant aspect. It's not my primary, but I've received. I think I actively will call out to gate support because they are very responsive as a group, the Arcturians.
The Lyran really strong with your DNA. I think Lyran DNA. Mantis. These are more painted. Some of them. It's like seems like a salamander. Kind of seems like a salamander, huh?
Oh, something like that.
Targeted individual.
Yeah. Yes.
I think all of us are who are the starseeds.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, I think it goes this way.
My goodness. You know, I like how they're all distinct. Like they're just
mind control.
Yep.
That's like astral, you know?
Working on it, clearing that.
What's that?
And everybody is.
Yeah. What's it
Crazy
say?
horse.
Crazy horse.
Crazy horse site.
Oh, do you know that monument? The Crazy Horse Monument? Do you know that that monument that they built in the Dakota was in the, I don't know where it's at, but the Crazy Horse Monument that they built with this face, and it looks so scary. Anyways, I think that there's a dome underneath that, inside that
I've never
monument.
heard of that.
Yeah.
And so they,
I
what do
always
they
feel
do?
that.
Are they
I
like?
think it goes. It's a monument for Crazy Horse, you know.
Okay.
But they bring tourists in there. But I think it's like how they do in the national park. I think they use it for kidnapping people too. Because I do see like an elevator going down into like a subway, and then it takes them to different places. I see that. I've always seen that in that place. I've never liked that monument ever.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like him. It's so scary looking. Like doesn't even look. I don't like it. Like it gives me anxiety thinking of it. That's how I know that it's not right. You know, with the energy. Like I feel anxiety. Those seem like pyramid things.
There's just so much.
So, yeah, I drew a whole bunch though. See how many more I have?
Oh
Quite
my
a few.
goodness. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got Gemini. I got Taurus. I got Starborn. Not like that one. Starborn. Templar. What about Templar? This is new.
Huh.
Templar.
I've never resonated with that, but I could be. Yeah. There could be something with the.
This is a different deck. They're more
Let's keep
shiny.
popping up.
Clear Audient. Clear Audient. Clear Hearing. Clear Audient. Where you hear messages. Yeah.
I
Mother
must.
Mary.
Sometimes.
Mother Mary.
There is something going on. There is some Jesus, Yeshua, Mother Mary, something connection in my life.
Gemini.
Gemini.
What about the 777?
Yeah, that resonates.
The mantis keep on coming up.
Yeah, they do. Must be some. You know, before we were connecting, I definitely felt. I think your guide. That's the mantis. The word I mean, I heard it in your talks, but Olympus came to mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could see like this mantis.
Yeah. I think I draw him all the time. He helps probably with the connection, you know,
Probably
with everything.
Probably we're highly aware of me. In contact.
Lyran.
Request it.
You can request it, or if you want to,
what does that mean?
Have it. Well, you can just request it for your guide through your guides. Just say I request a DNA infusion of Lyran DNA or Pleiadian or whatever might help me at this time to be whatever, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Like just an intention. Altered states. Birds. Oh yeah. I see the quad the Mayan bird, the quad. How do you say that? The quad. How do you say that?
Oh, Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
The bird, the little green one, with the long tail and the little beak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd studied those teachings. The Quetzalcoatl. The Quetzal is the bird. Quetzal.
Another seer. So this just shows you.
Oh man, I need to work on the seer skills. You know, I like right now.
Akashic Records healer.
Akashic Records healer. Okay.
Yeah. You do
Yeah.
that already. You do all of these already.
Yeah, we just need to bring it fully online.
I got Marvel character, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Clear your mind. Age regression technology. So that's like you've experienced that through probably the SSP, you know, the age regression. Observers watching you. The ETs. Are you a twin flame?
You are a twin flame. I think I am.
You are twin flame.
Am I?
You
know,
I don't know.
I had a psychic tell me like 21 that I was gonna meet my twin flame for some mission, but never crossed. I mean, I'm still, you know,
could be like in other realities too, you know, like that.
Yeah.
I don't know either with that. It's hard to determine.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that the whole movement. So
me too.
I think it just leads people on.
I think so.
Higher
dimensional reptilian. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Remember?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. There's
Pleiadians heal you. What about Aleister Crowley?
Interesting. Never studied him. I mean, magic is.
Yeah. Stasis pods. I got stasis pods. That would be, you know, like when the SSP stuff, they put you in a stasis pod so they can make clones of you, or they put clones in the stasis pods so they can have a numerous amount of clones of you, you know, in case one of them doesn't make it or they want to send them somewhere else. See? Remote viewing, training, and astral.
Yeah.
All this I'm just confirming for you. 20 and back.
Yeah.
SSP says I'll let you read that. Do you know about that?
No, I don't, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, this would be because the mind fracturing, you know? This happens when they fracture the mind for the boys and the kids, you know, the girls, boys and girls, the kids. They have to do that.
I'm guessing I was probably I mean, I think, SRA in, was it Virginia? And then I think probably I was a slave on Mars, probably. And then not permanently, but yeah, I still need to work on remembering that stuff, but
underwater base.
I think in Atlantis, that's where there was something in Atlantis, and like you said, Lemuria, but
ancient Egyptian technology, Stargate technology.
You know what? Have you heard about the Trucions?
Huh.
Have you heard of that?
Trucion.
Trucions?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So that's like
Trucion.
it could be something to do with it. I mean, there's stargates. There are stargates, right?
Oh,
Like the halls of Amenti,
yeah.
stargates, key portals, different parts on the planet, and also interdimensionally. But there's also these beings called Trucions that work as portals, and they can carry people or carry different beings in groups, like a big taxi driver, apparently.
I see.
I don't know if that resonates with you or if you picked that up,
Like a
but no,
bioship.
they're like
Maybe
a interesting being that I guess has like
a bee.
some kind of cosmic being. I don't know. I heard about this. Dr. Kim knows about these beings.
What are they called again?
Trucions.
Trucions?
Yeah,
Trucion. Oh,
and they're benevolent. They're like helpers.
let's see.
But anyhow, yeah, Stargates are a big deal. Big deal. Big deal. Sorry. By the way, how's your time? Like, do you have a time limit that you wanted to set for
Yeah.
yourself? Yeah, just let
Well,
me
we
know about time
spend, let's
because I don't.
say one. We'll just finish these up here, and then
Okay.
we can just wrap it up if you want to. There's
Okay.
just
Well,
a lot of
I'm not pressed for time myself, but for your sake, I know you have
yeah,
your son
yeah,
duties, I'm sure, and
yeah. So just
you have
have
to
the
go with
just
me.
a few more here.
Hmm. Very cool.
Manted. This one I like. It looks like these,
Yes.
Project Surrogate.
Oh yeah. Oh, you think so? Do you think so? Sure, yeah.
Yeah, this is surrogate programs everywhere, though. Where you would be put into the mother, um, like special DNA,
Yeah. It's pretty
and
depressing. I think my family now is possessed at this point, or
oh yeah,
walked out.
hmm
That's been my experience lately.
and then UFO based in the ocean. You know, UFO based in the ocean seems like Antarctica.
Oh man. Yeah.
DNA, what's it say? DNA upgrade. So I think we're getting one as we talk, really. So there's
Mhm.
I put lots more symbols and stuff, but yeah, that's all I
Oh
can
my
take pictures of
goodness.
the cards,
That's amazing.
just so you can go through them, if you want to.
That's
You want me
insane.
to do that? Yeah. That might be easier for you just to set with them too, because I think it might help you with the recall as well,
There's just so much. Yeah. I
Yeah, it
really
helps.
appreciate. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, that's like.
it helps, I think. With things that you don't think of that I think of,
Mhm.
so we bring different things to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah. That is. Yeah. Yeah. That because it just is so much. I feel like with just one, I could sit and start to like go deeper into it.
Mhm.
Meditate on, go deeper into what
Yeah.
information it brings out.
Mhm.
Let's see. What is this for you? Oh, did we get the right choice but upside down? Interesting.
Really. That is
Mhm.
upside down. What would that mean? Did you read it upside down?
Not sure.
Maybe both ways.
I
Maybe
don't. To For me, it's not a concern. I think in tarot, it's
no.
a stronger thing.
I think it can be both ways, like up and down.
Could also mean I made the wrong choice about something, or you made the wrong choice about something. Are you trying to make any choices? Are you trying to make a decision? Is
Mhm.
there a big choice? Well, you're working on
Mhm.
with your son right now, right? You're working
Yeah.
on
Mhm.
finding a place for him.
Yeah.
And I did want to say, like, by the way, I know it's probably a heavy topic, or we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Go ahead.
But
Mhm.
it's a very unique. Like you talk about how he's like Sata, and you're doing that service, and
Mhm.
so I'm pretty sure probably my brother as well as he might have some of that. There might be something to do with Zetas
The
there too.
civ
The
the Zeta.
hybrid.
Definitely so.
But yeah, I definitely feel like understand the hardship. It's like it's just it's a lifestyle that I think most people don't understand. It's like just not
Yeah.
common. It's so just such a different way of interacting and living,
Mhm.
and that's
It's
tough.
so
Is this the
tough.
first time you're going to be apart? Coming like
Yeah, 'cause, like, he went to the hospital to get medication stabilization, and then so he come back and they changed his medication, so he's
mm,
better, but for long term,
mhm,
he'll have to have a place for long
mm,
term, you
mm,
know, just because he can't care for himself, he's, incapacitated, you know,
my goodness, yeah, it's really hard.
has severe autism. And
Yeah, it's
he,
really hard.
has he does like, in the car, he grabs my head and pulls my hair and scratches my face when I'm driving, you
Oh,
know?
sorry, yeah. So
Yeah,
he's very
and I have to
very aggressive.
restrain him in the nighttime because he was getting up and attacking me in the night,
Mhm.
So I think that he gets, jumped, like, body jumped,
Oh, yeah,
I think so.
possibly, yeah,
That's what I'm
and
thinking.
then they
Because
just
he's over
try to
his
get at you.
body and try to get at me or whoever, just
Mhm,
take over, and then they jump back out, and he's himself again, so
yeah,
he gets up in the night, and he's a different person, though. He's in that another I think they jump him in the night, and then he was getting up, and he just leaps on me when I have to sleep in the floor, you know?
mm,
'Cause we were sleeping in the same bed, opposite ends, and he
mhm,
would get up and grab my head and hair,
yeah,
scratch my face, and then so I got on the floor, and then he still was getting up, and so I
mm,
just started restraining him, like, with a belt to the bed, like a belt cover bun thing to the
mhm.
bed, and he learned how to get out of that. So I think this is an altered state he's in when he can learn how to get out. Because then there was a full body harness that I had him in. I was trying
Oh,
different things
wow.
to keep him to the bed because
Yeah,
he's out of it. He's not if he's gonna attack me, he needs to be restrained to the bed, to where
mm,
he can't get up, for
yeah,
safety, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So he kept on so then I finally figured out it's like the ankle lock things, I have to put those on, so if he does stand up, he can't move over to the side and jump on me, so that just keeps him in the bed, you
mm,
know? And
mhm,
then when he wakes up, then I take that off, and then I let him roam around and stuff like that, but
okay.
I watch him. He has to be watched one-on-one, you know? It's very heavy, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is I didn't realize it was that like, that's pretty
Yeah.
extreme, I think.
So it's every day
That's
this
tough. Oh
for
my goodness.
19 years of this,
Oh, man.
like so, you know, it's like a prison sentence, is what it's kinda compared to. Really, I mean, and it really doing the same thing every single day,
I'm so sorry.
kind of more or less, you know what I mean? So and I do homeschool him because he was
Mm,
in public school when he was younger.
mhm.
But he kept getting in trouble, so I had to, uh, take him out of that, and just do homeschool. So,
Oh,
yeah, and he does go to, like, the therapy he was, but then we moved here with my mom and dad so they could help
yeah,
me with him,
yeah,
not,
yeah,
like, just more me mentally, to
yeah,
have someone to talk to or to watch him while
mm,
I go to the store, you know?
yeah,
So then yeah, it's really like a place for him, to live permanently, long term. He likes that structure, He likes structure of things, but he also is very strong-minded, you know, so he won't want to do everything that they ask either. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
that. He's a Aquarius,
Yeah.
so that's very set in their way.
Mm.
Plus a Leo moon. They're both set. They're both fixed signs.
I
But
see.
he is a Zeta mostly, and I know that he gets jumped all the time. I know, because I get jumped all the time. That's what
Mhm.
Dr. Kim said, that I get jumped all the time.
Have you tried
So,
that Genius app by any chance?
mhm,
The Genius app
yeah,
she uses?
she used it, and on him as well.
Okay.
And we both have a really pretty aura. Like his core is yellow and mine is purple,
Yeah.
and it's really pretty. But it's interference on the outside a lot, you know,
Yeah.
because I guess it's a high vibration. Because he's very high vibration.
Mm.
In that in the aura
Yeah, and
picture.
that attracts all kinds
Yeah,
of stuff.
yeah. So I
Yeah,
think that's the problem.
that's the double-edged sword. It's like, okay, so we
Mhm.
got to be high frequency, but then that attracts a lot of
Yeah,
this stuff.
the yeah, like
This
a
dark.
magnet full of like we're a magnet for everything, you know? And
Do you ask for constant clearing, like from your Arcturian
yeah,
family or like collective? Do you ask for it,
and
like
protection and
as like an
everything.
invocation?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean everything. I ask for that and to be cleared around the house, around all of us here, around the
Mm.
animals for protection. And I've had Dr. Amir help me close portals, you know.
Mm.
I mean, I do it. It's, it's a lot of energy, you know, I think that, I think that he brings a lot, you know, because he's so out of it all the time, not jumped, but his mind, because he's autistic, you
Right.
know, so
Right.
he's not even in his body most of the time anyway. So where he goes, then they tag along, you know,
Yeah.
they tag along because they're like, because he's very curious about places. I know,
Mm.
and so he would want to go and see what they're doing or however, you know, because you know this reality, he's limited to everything, you know? So just like I am, but he he travels a lot when he's sleeping or when, you know, just all the time. Yeah. Cuz I think he's also has some Arcturian, but he's mostly the Zeta,
Okay.
like high ranking Zeta. That's really I think that he's also been like my father as a Zeta, you know, like in a Zeta lifetime. And as a in an Asian lifetime, because he's half Vietnamese.
Oh,
So in an Asian lifetime, I think that he was my father, and he was really strict, like really strict. What
sorry,
is
this just jumped out.
mhm.
Sa-
That
sa-
looks like a whole bunch of ancestors around the circle. What is it?
Sacred sacred convergence.
Oh,
Sacred convergence. And you see, there's there's all these people there. There's all these
beings. Looks
beings,
like
and there's
Native
like a
American.
multi-dimensional portal down the other
Mhm.
side.
I see.
And I think,
I like that. Yeah.
just as you're
The
speaking,
helpers.
I was asking about, oh look, and I just noticed it looks like
Me in the
uh,
middle there with a whole bunch of beings all around. Helpers. I like that.
there's a sacred convergence.
That's
Perhaps
me
it's,
like in a sphere in my aura, you know? And then they're around
yes.
all the time.
There's,
Even the one on the ground there that's like holding the sphere. Yeah. And inside. I like that a lot. It's really pretty. They look like Native American.
it's what It's what I was intending as you're speaking about you and your son.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
what
I'm
is
sure
it?
that he has his
What do you
own.
need to know regarding you and your son? So that was sacred convergence. You know, there's probably all kinds of activity going on, just multidimensionally for sure, no doubt. I mean, you know this. I'm like, you know this.
Mhm. One last card, and then we'll.
Okay. Is there any intention, anything you're currently
With
actively aside from
my son's school,
your son's
with my
school?
son's center, the school. I call it going to college. I tell him that he's going to college.
Going to college. He's going to college. He's going to college? Oh,
This
his
place. This is
the
what.
center. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So regarding his the next steps on his path.
Mhm.
It's a very special soul. What does she need to know? What do we have? Layla.
Layla,
Interesting.
that's nice.
Look at that.
Looks like go with the flow.
I think
Allow. Looks like allow.
you see the cosmos spinning above her. It's like
Mhm.
she's breaking free, maybe.
Oh, that makes sense.
34, Layla.
34, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
7 is the number,
number
the
of the
spiritual number.
metaphysical. But look
Yeah.
at that image. What is it? She seems like it's like a huge relief or like a huge
Uh-huh. Yeah.
like surrender to the cosmos.
Yeah.
You know,
It will feel like that because then I'll get to do more of my work, and go
yeah,
places and do the things that
that's what's
I'm here to do.
is there somewhere
Mm,
you want to go next, like location
uh,
wise? Like, because you're in
I,
Oklahoma, but
yeah.
would you,
Sedona is a place that I'm in the Southwest, like
oh yeah.
Arizona, New
Yep.
Mexico, like
Mhm.
Sedona area. But
Yeah.
I want to go to New Mexico to see the shiprock and the petroglyphs, and Arizona to see some of the monuments there.
Hmm.
But mostly New Mexico and Arizona.
Have you been to the Grand Canyon, or do you want to
Mm-mm,
go?
I haven't. Mhm. Did you see that?
I think you would love it. I think you need it.
Mhm.
I think that's like a spot. There's
Mhm. Oh yeah.
there's probably all kinds of secret stuff going on there, though, for
I
sure.
don't know, but I feel
I think
it
there's
more
like an Egypt.
spiritually.
I think there's like an Egyptian something to do with Egyptians there.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, if you could make it to the Grand Canyon, it's like it's like a spot that I just feel so strongly. And I think
Mhm.
if you're gonna go out there, I hope you make it out to the Grand Canyon. You know. Well, does she need to know anything regarding her next destination,
Travel. Mhm.
travel, relocation? I think you're gonna definitely be shifting around. I think a lot of us are. I think like I feel like I'm gonna be moving soon. So I'm
Yeah.
like I'm asking you at the same time because I feel like we might cross paths at some point in the future,
Mhm.
quite possibly. Okay? No? Okay. ¿Esta? No? Okay.
Mhm.
¿Cuál?
Which?
What does she need to know? This one? ¿Esta? ¿Esta? ¿Qué dice? It says, the courage of your love.
Oh, nice.
Courage of your love. I mean, that's a great message.
Is she sending it the middle?
It's interesting. It's like there's like you see there's like multiple layers and it's almost like there's like different layers of the veil. Maybe it's even like a future self. And you see there's a pair and
Oh yeah.
you see there's like two, right? You know, it could be you and there's someone next to her.
That's my. Just a balance.
You see, there's like a beam that goes. Actually, it's like beaming out from the center.
To them like a UFO abduction.
It's like a projection. It's like your. It's like,
Mm,
you know how it's a simulation hologram projection. Maybe it's the. But it is. It's like interesting. This is super cool. This is a new deck to me, so I'm like, I have no idea what any of these
beautiful.
have to say or mean.
It's like a
Courage of your love.
portal within like a realm, within
I
a
think
realm, within a realm.
you know what it is.
Courage.
I'm feeling that it's just you're just like such a powerful, loving being. Like the
Mm-hmm.
courage of your love is gonna whatever you do, it's gonna pull you through. It's all gonna work out. No
Mm-hmm.
doubt. No
Mm-hmm.
doubt. You know, like that's what I'm feeling. I'm just like it's such a huge honor just to connect with you here and meet you in person.
For you too. Yeah,
Um,
I feel the same.
I just feel so much like I don't know what exactly. I just have like a lot of respect. Like I'm just like
Yeah, the
want
same.
to kind of keep
Mm-hmm.
bowing
Mm-hmm.
and just be like ask you what can I be? How can I be of service to you? You know, how can
Oh,
I support you in this next endeavor? And maybe we'll cross paths and be able to meet as new versions of ourselves. You know,
mm-hmm.
things are gonna keep changing fast.
I think so too. That's that's why it's good to have like a safe place to put my son, so then I don't have
Yeah.
to worry. I can let go of that
Hmm.
focus, and hold and just be free for
Yeah.
myself, to be
Hmm.
completely free
Yeah.
because I haven't never felt that before, so
Mm.
yeah, it'll feel nice. It'll help me open up more, in a loving way, my heart and stuff like that too.
Yes.
'Cause
Yes.
I won't be so guarded, because I'm kind
Absolutely.
of guarded just because
Absolutely.
I've had to be really.
Like physically speaking. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever
'cause you
considered
can't
doing martial arts or like learning how to do like self-defense?
um, like I did early in life take that, but like not but I do
Mm.
like that. Like I jump on my trampoline outside,
Oh,
my
okay. Yeah.
mini trampoline, you
Hmm.
know?
Hmm.
So I do that here, but, like, other stuff anything is possible.
Qigong? Any Qigong or Tai Chi, like the slower energy movement?
Mhm,
Have you ever tried that stuff? Because
mm-mm.
that's really good for your energy field, like protection, protects all your
Oh, okay.
I mean, I wish I need to do it more myself, but it makes it strengthens like the meridian system and
Yeah,
the aura, and I think that's
mhm.
like a very strong way to make your energy body more, I say,
Just
self-defense. You know,
yeah,
some more self-defense, natural self-defense. It's not so much sealing or anything. It's like your energy itself is just
yeah,
pushes off
strong.
because
Mhm.
you're conditioning
Yeah,
the flow of your meridians to be
mhm.
locked so that you can be fully embodied more and more. I think that's
Right,
probably going to be key for any of us, but for yourself, if you're like
right.
struggling with that, and if you're going to
Mhm,
be relocating, that's you're probably going to need more of that self-defense stuff.
mhm.
I mean, you know what's best for you for sure.
Yeah, no,
That's what
that's
came to
good.
mind just now, like as you're
Yeah,
speaking about.
mhm. That's good.
Ah,
So, let's call it a wrap.
yeah, yeah. I think we're yeah. I think that's good. I know I'm feeling kind of like hazy or
I'm I'm
feeling.
just hungry. Stretch it out.
Yeah.
I'm
So we
just
can.
kinda hungry.
I'm just gonna say bow and say we
Yeah,
can
thank you too.
say thank you
Thank you, I
everyone and
appreciate
for
you.
tuning in and we'll just pause the recording at that point.
Yeah, okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and watching, and, um, I enjoyed having you here, Leo.
Thank you.